YouTube, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, SauceyFam. Hope you're all doing well. Scary TikToks you should not watch alone. That's why I'm here. We can hide together. We can hold hands as we turn around and sprint the other direction. Sound good? Sounds good to me. Let's check it out, man. If you guys are new here, subscribe to the channel, join the family. Road to 50K. Ba-boom. Babu.
The piece features Olivier covering himself in clay and essentially making a new face for himself. While it is very interesting and compelling, there are also a lot of disturbing elements that goes into Olivier's
Compelling? Compelling how?
piece.
What the Okay.
Nou, weet ik, jongens, wat tot vlug bent toen ik garden.
What? How was he not just put to bed right then and there? Bro, if that was in the States, I have to believe he would have been mincemeat way before he made it onto the stage. That is insanity. Oh, he's okay. Moving on. He's getting it put to him.
Can I show you a scary video? This video is actually terrifying, and the video is going viral right now on Twitter with 18 million views.
Whoa.
It even has news articles written about it. I'm just gonna show you the video, but please be advised it might be triggering for some people.
Oh, that makes me sick to my stomach, man. What happened to us? Wow.
So this is what 25 million of you wanted to see. But for those who don't know, I found this locked box in my attic wall. And the key was rattling inside this mirror. Someone didn't want us to find it. But we have.
Oh, you don't open that, bro. No.
Really strange objects were inside.
Oh, no, 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 no. No. Oh, no. People, don't look. I know curiosity is just, it's torture. But I'm telling you, unless you want to flip your entire world upside down and just totally lose all comfort in your home, leave it alone. Leave it alone.
Like this small pendant necklace. What looks like a burnt piece from a Ouija board. It's covered in wax. A second key. And this lock of hair. Not sure why it was hidden, but if there's a second key, there could be another box. Follow and we'll keep looking.
Looks like a homemade Dybbuk box. Well, enjoy your company. Sure you have new friends. Sure there's some stuff going on that wasn't going on before you did that, right? It's weird how that happens. It's weird. It's weird.
Attention on the water.
What was it? GBTV. I'm going to go check after this out of curiosity.
Attention on the water. Attention in the water. This is the Orange County Sheriff's Department. Be advised, State Parks is asking us to make an announcement to let you know you are paddleboarding next to approximately 15 great white sharks. They're advising that you exit the water in a calm manner. The sharks are as close as the surf line. Thank you for your cooperation.
Exit the water in a calm manner? Sure, buddy. Yeah.
Imagine for a moment the unimaginable happened. A major city is hit by a nuclear weapon.
Oh, man. The way that this has been coming up in political conversations so often lately, I just have such a terrible
no number
feeling.
could account for all the devastation that would result.
I just so hope nobody decides that because of their hatred, the entire world should suffer. Because that's what happens. The second you push that button, the entire world as we know it. GG's. GG's in the chat.
But we can put a number on the deaths.
Nope, you
At
can't.
least we can make an educated guess based on our understanding of what nuclear blasts do to city structures and people. We'll assume the bomb is detonated in the air to maximize the radius of impact, as was done in Japan in 1945. But here we'll use an 800 kiloton warhead, a relatively large bomb in today's arsenals, and 100 times more powerful than the bomb dropped on Hiroshima.
Why does anything like that exist? Why? God, 100 times? Did we see what happened?
Upon detonation, a fireball as hot as the sun would expand to a radius of 800 meters. Those near the blast would be vaporized. And within a 2-kilometer radius, all buildings would likely be destroyed. And we'll assume that virtually no one survives inside this area. Which, based on population density, would start the death tally at 120,000 people. As you move further away from ground zero, estimating deaths becomes more complicated. From as far away as 11 kilometers, the radiant heat from the blast would be strong enough to cause third-degree burns on exposed skin.
11 kilometers. Again, I ask you, why do they exist? Why? The only logical purpose is to maybe someday use it to destroy a massive asteroid. Like way out. Right? Other than that, dude, what are we doing? And even that, to be honest, we don't want this shit floating around in the atmosphere.
And as you get closer to the blast, the heat becomes so intense that clothing, even skin, would ignite into flames. That said, most people in the city would be indoors or otherwise sheltered from direct exposure. But the very structures that offered this protection would then become a cause of injury, as debris would rip through buildings and rain down on city streets. As a rough estimate, we can assume that half the people between 2 and 11 kilometers from the blast are killed.
I'd say more than that, but okay. I'm following.
From burns, debris, smoke, collapsed buildings, and radiation sickness, which translates roughly into an additional 500,000 people. Many of these deaths will occur days, even
And this is only in a 4 million person population city. 4 million.
weeks after the attack. Radiation sickness takes about a week to cause death.
There's what, 8 million just in New York City? You're talking...
And much of the dust and ash produced from the explosion will be dangerously radioactive, especially if it originated near ground zero. And the distance the particles travel will depend on the wind and other factors. Now, since this simulation is of an airburst attack, it will produce significantly less radioactive fallout than ground attacks targeting missile silos or bunkers. So we'll go with a relatively small number of deaths outside the 11-kilometer range. If it were a surface blast, the fallout deaths could surpass all other deaths combined, but it's a very difficult number to predict. In theory, radiation deaths can be reduced if people can avoid exposure to the fallout, especially during the critical first few days.
Yeah.
Fallout shelters were common during the Cold War, but people rarely build shelters today. And schools no longer practice nuclear war drills. We generally talk less about surviving a nuclear attack. And in a way, it's good that we're less afraid of the bomb now that the Cold War is over. When nations are less on edge, the risk of accidents is arguably reduced.
Arguably.
But nuclear weapons remain one of the great threats to humanity.
Exactly. Why are they on Earth, man? They do nobody any good. They do nobody any good. Nobody. The second one person launches it, then it's over. It's over. Why do they exist?
And today, we're entering a new era in nuclear weapon history. Long-standing nuclear arms treaties are being reassessed, and countries big and small face the prospect of new arms races. In part because technology is emerging that may give one side a considerable strategic advantage, notably hypersonic weapons. Current nuclear missiles travel around the Earth at high altitudes, making them visible by radar earlier in their flight. Now, some hypersonic vehicles travel close to the Earth, through the atmosphere, at least 5 times the speed of sound, giving defending countries far less time to react. And remember that some of the most perilous moments during the Cold War occurred when countries maneuvered to reduce their opponent's reaction time. And the less time countries have to react, the more likely an accident will occur, or a rash judgment. And then you have smaller nukes that blur the line between conventional and nuclear weapons, providing a more slippery path to nuclear escalation. Now, for ordinary citizens,
There's absolutely no... They should all be in NASA. Every single one of them that exists on planet Earth should be in NASA. And that's it. If we can't construct them in a way that we can use them to protect our planet, they should not exist. It is asinine that they even exist. It makes me so mad. Like, what is the point, man? What is the point? The second one goes off, they all go off, and it's over.
Nuclear weapon policy may seem like a complex, even intimidating topic.
It's just
But
stupid.
leaders often consider
It's
public
stupid.
perceptions when making policy. In many countries, voter opinion is an important factor. Whether you believe nuclear weapons have made the world
Like a treaty or a vote is like, if somebody wants to do it, it's gonna happen. Like, oh man, I was gonna nuke their entire country, but well, we had a treaty. I mean,
safer or more dangerous, both sides generally agree that the bomb brings an unparalleled risk, and that there are things we can do to reduce the risk, like minimizing how many countries get the bomb, or scaling back Cold War arsenals, or stabilizing technology races, or pledging to never be the first one to strike.
why isn't that a thing already? Why is that? Why? We really have to have us pledge to not be the first? Bro, what are we
Such
doing?
ideas have often resulted in signed treaties, some of which have held for decades. Some are at risk of expiring, and some just need a final push to become activated.
That's just super exciting.
By being steadfast in these efforts and not walking away from diplomatic achievements, we can continue the work of ensuring that this nightmare simulation never becomes a reality.
There is no good reason. There's zero good reason for them to exist on this planet, man. I don't get it. I'll never get it. Makes me angry. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Let me know your thoughts on these clips. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Throw a like on the video for me. I'll catch you guys next time. Take care of yourselves and each other. Stay safe out there, everybody. Peace out. SauceyFam.